When life knocks you down, stay there for a moment, feel the ground, taste the dust, understand the fall, but then rise like the fire that refuses to die, even in the storm. Because you were never created to surrender, you were born to fight for your life. There comes a time in everyone's journey when life stops being gentle. It stops whispering lessons and starts shouting them through pain, heartbreak, and chaos. And in that moment, you have two choices: to be crushed by the weight of your circumstances or to rise with the power that was always sleeping inside you. This speech is not about surviving, it's about fighting. Fighting for your dreams when the world calls them impossible. Fighting for your peace when your heart feels broken. Fighting for your life not because it's easy, but because it's yours. You owe it to yourself to not just exist, but to fight for the life you deserve. Don't wait for the storm to end. Learn to dance in the rain. Sometimes, life will not give you sunshine. It will give you storms that shake your very soul. And it is in those storms that your true strength is revealed. We often sit and wait for the chaos to stop, hoping for the calm that may never come. But what if I told you that peace is not found after the storm, but within it? The courage to smile when everything feels broken is where resilience begins. You learn that waiting for perfect conditions is like waiting for the sky to apologize for raining it never will. When you decide to dance in the rain, you are not denying the pain. You are choosing to live despite it. You are saying, I may be drenched, but I am not defeated. Every drop that falls on you becomes a reminder that you are still standing, still breathing, still capable of finding joy in the mess. Because joy is not the absence of struggle, it is the victory of the spirit over the storm. The world might call you foolish for laughing while it rains, but those who have walked through darkness know the beauty of light. You begin to see that the rain cleanses your soul, washes away your fears, and makes your roots stronger. When everything around you feels unstable, your spirit learns to find balance from within. The storm no longer scares you. It shapes you. In the middle of every storm lies an opportunity to trust yourself. You realize that courage is not about controlling the weather. It's about facing it with grace. It's about whispering to yourself, I will not wait for this to end before I choose to live. Life is not waiting for the sun. It's learning to shine in the darkness. And as you continue to dance, something magical happens. You stop fearing the rain. You begin to love it. Because you understand that every storm that once broke you is the same one that taught you how to move freely, how to live fully, and how to love yourself unconditionally. It is not the calm that builds character. It's the chaos that refines your soul. The storm no longer feels like punishment. It feels like preparation. Every drop reminds you that life was never meant to be perfect. It was meant to be real. You start seeing beauty in the struggle, strength in the silence, and growth in the pain. The storm becomes your greatest stage. And you, the fearless dancer who refuses to sit still. So when the rain falls again, do not hide. Step into it with your arms wide open. Let it touch your skin. Let it remind you of every time you survived. You don't need clear skies to keep moving forward. You just need faith strong enough to turn your scars into rhythm and your tears into music that never stops playing. Pain is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. Pain has a way of entering your life uninvited, but once it arrives, it teaches lessons no comfort ever could. It bends you, it breaks you, but in the process, it also rebuilds you into something extraordinary. Pain is not here to destroy you, it's here to reveal you. It is the silent sculptor that carves depth into your character and wisdom into your soul. Without pain, you would never discover your strength. We spend so much time running away from pain, pretending it doesn't exist, numbing ourselves to avoid feeling. But every time you silence pain, you also silence growth. Pain demands your attention because it carries the message you've been ignoring. It asks you to slow down, to listen, to understand yourself at a level you never dared to before. It is the truth in disguise, the teacher that refuses to let you stay small. When pain knocks on your door, it doesn't come with comfort, it comes with purpose. It's there to strip away illusions and force you to face what truly matters. In that process, You meet the most authentic version of yourself. You learn compassion for others because you've been broken too. You learn patience because healing doesn't follow your timeline. And you learn faith because there are moments when only faith keeps you breathing. Pain teaches you gratitude for peace, for love, for small joys you once overlooked. It makes you appreciate the morning after a long, sleepless night. It makes you see the strength in your own heartbeat. It makes you cherish what once seemed ordinary. Because once you've walked through pain, even the smallest blessing feels like a miracle. When you stop fighting pain and start learning from it, something within you shifts. The wounds you once hated become sources of light. They remind you that you survived what you thought would destroy you. You realize that pain did not come to end your story. It came to rewrite it with meaning, courage, and grace. The scars left behind become your medals of honor, proof that you didn't give up. The deeper the pain, the greater the awakening. Pain forces you to grow roots where you once had only wings. It teaches you endurance, humility, and faith. And when it finally leaves, it takes away your fear with it. You are no longer afraid of life's storms because you've already faced the hurricane within. So the next time life hurts, don't curse it, thank it. Thank it for revealing your strength, for shaping your soul, for teaching you how to love yourself through the darkness. Because pain may break you, but it also builds the version of you that was always meant to rise. You are stronger than what tried to destroy you. There are moments when life pushes you to your breaking point and you think, this is it? I can't do it anymore. But somehow, you do. You rise, you breathe, you take one more step, and that's how strength is born. Not in the easy days, but in the days that feel unbearable. You have survived every storm that tried to erase you, and that alone is proof that you are stronger than what tried to destroy you. Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, I will try again tomorrow. It's not about never falling, it's about getting up every single time you do. The beauty of strength lies in its quiet persistence. You might feel tired, broken, or even hopeless, but deep inside, there's a voice that refuses to surrender. That voice is your power, and it has carried you further than fear ever could. You might look at your scars and feel pain, but those scars are the map of your survival. They tell the story of every battle you've fought and every victory you've earned in silence. They are not marks of weakness. They are reminders of resilience. You faced the fire and walked out shining, not because the flames spared you, but because you learned how to glow within them. Strength is not born from success. It's born from survival. From nights when you cried but still woke up with purpose. From moments when you were rejected, broken, or betrayed, but still chose kindness. From times when you were alone but still believed you were enough. That's real power, the kind that can't be taken away, only revealed through hardship. What tried to destroy you underestimated your will to live. Life will always test your limits, but every test is an opportunity to discover your endurance. You've become stronger not because everything went your way, but because you faced everything that didn't. You are not the same person you once were. You are wiser, tougher, and more compassionate because of what you've been through. Every time you thought it was over, it was actually the beginning of something greater. The pain was not meant to bury you, but to plant you in the soil where your strength could grow. You are living proof that survival is not just about staying alive, it's about coming alive after every fall. So when you doubt yourself, remember this. The things that tried to break you are now part of the story that makes you unstoppable. You've already fought battles that others can't even imagine. You don't need to be fearless, you just need to keep fighting. Because you, my friend, are stronger than what tried to destroy you, refuse to, settle you, deserve the life you're fighting for. There's a dangerous comfort in settling, in convincing yourself that good enough is enough. But your soul knows when it's living below its potential. That quiet ache inside you, that whisper that says, there's more. That's your spirit calling you to rise. Life was never meant to be survived halfway. You were not born to settle, you were born to soar. Settling is easier because it doesn't require courage. It allows you to stay where it's safe, even if it's suffocating. But safety without growth is just a slow kind of dying. You cannot live a meaningful life by shrinking to fit the comfort of others. Refusing to settle means believing that you are worthy of the dreams that scare you. It's about walking away from mediocrity, even when it's familiar. The life you deserve demands more from you, more courage, more effort, more faith. It asks you to let go of what's easy and reach for what's right. You must fight for the vision that keeps you awake at night, because that vision is your destiny in disguise. You cannot achieve greatness if you are too busy clinging to comfort. Refusing to settle also means setting boundaries with people, with habits, with your own excuses. You begin to realize that your time, your peace, and your purpose are sacred. You no longer say yes to what drains you. You no longer stay where you're not valued. You start protecting your energy like your life depends on it. Because it does. The moment you stop settling, the universe starts aligning. Doors open, opportunities appear, and suddenly, everything that once felt impossible begins to move toward you. Because when you choose yourself, life chooses you back. You stop begging for crumbs of happiness and start building the feast of fulfillment. Fighting for your life means fighting for your worth. It's not selfish to want more. It's sacred. You are not ungrateful for dreaming bigger. You are honoring the potential planted within you. Every dream that feels too big was placed in your heart for a reason. It's proof that you are meant to live a life that expands you, not limits you. So never settle for half love, half purpose, or half peace. You are not here to merely survive. You are here to thrive, to rise, to fight for the life that sets your soul on fire. And when you do, you realize that the battle was never about proving your worth to the world. It was about proving it to yourself. Your comeback will be louder than your breakdown. Every breakdown feels like the end, but it's not. It's the beginning of your transformation. When everything falls apart, it's because something within you is being rebuilt stronger than before. Life has a strange way of breaking you to remake you. And though the process hurts, it's preparing you for a comeback that will echo louder than every fall you've ever faced. In your weakest moments, you often meet the strongest version of yourself. The breakdowns that made you question your purpose were actually clearing space for a greater one. When life took everything you thought you needed, it was only making room for what you truly deserve. Every heartbreak, every loss, every failure was the foundation of your rise. The beauty of a comeback lies in its silence. Nobody sees the nights you cried, the battles you fought within, or the courage it took to keep going. But one day, they'll see the glow in your eyes, the peace in your smile, and they'll call it luck, not knowing it was a war you won in private. That's the quiet power of resilience. A comeback doesn't happen overnight. It's built day by day, choice by choice. It's the decision to get up when everything inside you wants to stay down. It's the faith to believe that something beautiful can rise from the ashes. It's the courage to start again, not as the person you were, but as the person you were meant to become. When you begin your comeback, you stop waiting for validation. You no longer chase people or approval. You chase purpose. You stop explaining your pain and start expressing your power. You understand that not everyone deserves to witness your healing, and that's okay. Your journey is sacred, and your growth is between you and your Creator. The world may remember your breakdown, but you will remember your breakthrough. You will remember the exact moment you decided that you were not going to give up. You will remember how every tear watered your comeback. You will remember that your story didn't end when you fell. It began when you chose to rise again. So stand tall, breathe deep. You are not the person who broke. You are the person who rebuilt. And when your comeback finally unfolds, it will speak louder than your pain, brighter than your past, and stronger than your fears. Because every downfall was just a setup for your greatest rise, the rise of someone who refused to stop fighting for their life. In the end, when you fight for your life, you discover that strength was never something you had to find. It was something that was already within you, waiting to be awakened. Every wound, every setback, every sleepless night becomes a chapter of resilience in your story. You begin to realize that life doesn't reward the strongest. It rewards the ones who refuse to quit, the ones who dare to face their fears, to dance in the storm, to rebuild from ruins, and to still choose hope when everything feels lost. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to keep fighting, even when the road feels endless. Because every step forward is a declaration that you're not done yet. And one day when you look back, you'll see that the battles you thought would destroy you actually became the fire that refined you. You'll understand that your fight wasn't just about survival, it was about transformation. You didn't just fight for a life, you fought to become alive. And in that awakening, you'll find the most beautiful truth of all, that the real victory was never about winning against the world, but about winning the war within yourself, one brave heartbeat at a time.